This is Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm Vadd, and Henry has been tasked by Sir Radzig to ride out with some mercenaries he has enlisted to kind of clear the countryside, and the mercenaries have been sent after Zool, and it's in this moment that the mercenaries are going to either accept or turn down a bribe, and I think if they accept the bribe, Henry just dies. It's going to be like 50 dudes versus Henry, and those are terrible odds. Let's see how things unfold.
If you accept my offer, on the other hand, you can ride away from here a rich man. What do you say, sir?
I think Henry put on weight.
You can't do it. You're making a common mistake, Henry. There's a difference between what a man can't do and what he ought not to do. In this case, the difference is the size of Hagen's offer.
Look, I really do think that maybe we've been feeding Henry too much. Is he getting kind of square? Maybe it's the chainmail making him look big. How about for your honor?
Have you no honor at all? To sell yourself to the highest bidder?
The only bidder. Radzig never offered me a groschen.
Because you owe him a favor.
And this is the third time I've had to pay him back. My conscience is clean.
And then what? Do you think anyone will ever hire you again after they hear of this?
With that much money, I won't have to worry about that for a while. Anyway, everyone will understand how things really stand.
Do you really think Sir Radzig and others like him will share your interpretation of mercenaries' honor? Not a chance.
Fine. It seems you have learned something after all.
You'll stay then?
Obviously.
One of my frustrations with a lot of these dialogues where we persuade someone is it doesn't seem very convincing that they would go the way we persuade them.
This is not the first time I've paid Radzig back. Nor will it be the last.
Excuse me, sir. Oh! We just don't have any stamina. We're gonna help, we're gonna help. Bit of a slaughter. Before we talk to them and get pulled into a cutscene, is there any good loot? Like, he had some fancy stuff on him, didn't he? Zool here. House of Zool shield. Noble sword. Like, I don't know if we've seen any of these before. All right, we're not over encumbered. So there was Sir Hagen Zool. All right, let's talk to, they left us again. Wow. This is like the second, third, maybe fourth time where they've been like, all right, just go tell Radzig. And like, we don't get to talk to them after the fight. We don't have like anything to show for our fight. Or they just send us off. That's just such a bummer. I really wish we could have talked to the Kuno guys more, but I think that's legitimately the end of it. A little bit anticlimactic that Kudo, whatever, just Kudos. The Kuno guy left us again, Sir Kuno. And we lost a bunch of dudes, and there's like nothing. Like, well, Zool is dead.
Finally, some good news. Tell me all about it.
We caught up with Hagen in the fields near Merhoyed, and there was a skirmish.
Any losses on our side? Kuno's men? How did they fare?
Some of Kuno's men fell, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that. Such is a mercenary's life. May they rest in peace.
That's the end of it. The bad boys are complete.
Whoa!
What an absolute just kind of a letdown of an ending. I was going to try and pickpocket him, but he went full spooky mode. Wow. To be clear, that quest line is extra. It's not a part of the base game. You have to pay an additional whatever to get the expansion added into, you know, your world. It is
You there.
something that I expected to. It has interesting characters, good cutscenes, new items, but its biggest weakness is they mostly tell you to go away, and then when you come back, they're not there. The letter we got from the bandit that was captured had a person who's apparently going to be here at this inn. It's a little early in the day, so they might not perk up until the evening. But this is supposedly where we're supposed to find somebody that knows something about something regarding the raiding and the... We're not trespassing. It's very dark. A lot of townspeople maybe just sleep at the inn before their workday. These are stables. We'll see if the door's open. It's not, but we could help. Lockpicking. So we have a perk that's supposed to warn us if someone's coming. Our dog is supposed to bark. I just don't know how good the dog bark perk is. We're not trespassing. Looks like there's only one person in here, so let's just knock them unconscious for the moment and see what happens from there. Knockout. It's no more Mr. Nice Guy for Henry. And my dog just always barks. We've decided that Henry is committed to... Oh, goodness, he was just sitting here the whole time? This is who we need to talk to. Tell me about the mystery knight.
That's just it. He arrived with a white shield, nothing on it, and the Wagners tell me that's how knights ride when they want to stay incognito.
And do you know where he went?
Well, he asked me about a crossroads in the woods north of Rovna. I got the impression he was looking for someone. I know the roads that way, so I advised him to try looking at the charcoal burners junction.
I see. Thank you.
We may have knocked the maid unconscious. Can we actually get him now, too? Just for the XP we can. Perfect. And or some loot. You never know. Look at that. He carries a bard potion, a door key, a necklace. Oh. A necklace's main purpose is to flaunt wealth and social status. We have never found a necklace before. Henry's got his first necklace. We're actually completely kitted out, except for a shield. As, like I said, there's no more Mr. Nice Guy with Henry. Henry's come a long way in his journey. He is no longer sheltered from the world the same way he was before our parents were brutally murdered in front of us by a ravaging, pillaging bandit band who not only was just pillaging away, but even worse.
Good God, what a bloody mess.
Even worse, they destroyed our town, everyone we know in it. And Henry has found some love. Henry has... Oh, we can lockpick this one? It's our first very hard lockpick. I mean, for me, they're always very hard, but... Come on, Henry, you can do it, man. Ah! We've never done a very hard one before with Henry. Henry's... Oh, we did it! No way. Oh my goodness, nothing of any value. Just kidding. It's all fine stuff. Like, we don't need the money, but we'll grab it.
They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left it behind.
So there was some dialogue, as it was fancy gear. These are guards, and their money was left on them. Their weapons are gone, but they have money in their pockets. I mean, this is a very unusual series of events. My dog is supposed to bark and warn me about danger, but I don't know if he does. The Rattay tourney has started. Oh my goodness, get out of here, Rattay. Ah, there he goes, get him. Gonna whack him. Aha!
To heal, mutt.
Yeah. I don't know where he thinks he's going, but he's running towards Pribyslavitz, I think. Trying to hit him. Oh. Oh. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Let's get away from my horse.
That's him.
Oh, he's dangerous. Get him. Aha! Big hit. He was ready, he was ready. He was so ready. Come on. Come on, old boy. I've got you right where I want you. You're getting tired. Your left arm's getting heavy. Your knees are weak.
Verflucht. You're
Big hit. Big hit. Big hit. He's in trouble.
Oh, Hund.
You think you're gonna outrun me, old boy, in a full suit of armor? And you're going down, old man. He's got some plot armor, I think. Confess.
I should search him. I may find something.
Confess! In the Ulrich documents. It saved the game when we backed out of there. That's suspicious. Now, the most interesting thing to me about all of this fight in the chase and everything, the direction he ran towards, right over this hill, is Henry's hometown. This all somehow goes back to the stables. The raid there. We found the raiders, the bandits. They're the same bandits that attacked... Maybe not same bandits, but the bandits that attacked... Lockpick, okay. The bandits that attacked the stables were paid with some kind of counterfeit coin. Just over this hill is Skalitz. That's Henry's hometown where he grew up. It was raided right at the start. And apparently, everything comes from the Skalitz mines. So a lot of soldiers out here, as you can see. A lot of bandits, a lot of what seems like security. Looks like we need to go a little further. We're still in combat with somebody. As it turns out, this place is pretty heavily defended by some small army. So clearly, when the Cumans attacked Henry's town and took it, it was for the local silver mine. That's right.
What do you want here? I don't know you.
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla.
Radzig Kobyla. The king's hetman. I see.
I'm here to place you under arrest.
I gathered as much. And you came alone. Ha! Very daring of you, I must say.
We have a 12 in speech to his 5. And we have a bonus of 8 from equipment, potions, food, bathing, whatever. Hopefully we don't fail this, as I have failed a number of speech checks where we completely outnumber them.
Whoever gets to be king, they can't afford to have someone forging money.
Do you think I'm doing this on my own?
No, but when the kingdom's back in order and it'll be time to shut this little operation down, they'll be only too happy to let you take the blame. Counterfeiting money gets no clemency.
It doesn't matter. Kobyla will string me up from the highest tree in any case.
Maybe, but you're very shrewd and very persuasive. And you might know a few things that are worth more than your life. It's up to you. Either you give yourself up and try to make a deal with Sir Radzig, or you'll be on the run for the rest of your life.
A deal with Sir Radzig? It's true they say he's a canny man.
If you cooperate, you stand a chance.
Oh, very well then. May as well climb straight into the maw of the beast.
We're coming back into Ratai here. Oh, how things have changed since we were last here. We walked across this bridge on our bare feet. Now we're all armored up in a full set. We've got our fancy horse. We are working for this guy.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him. But then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower.
Okay, we've got the key. And this was, like, impossible to find. Under this stairway here, there's a little door here. And then... No, I took a wrong turn. Hold on. We did it again. No, it was this door. Yeah, this door. And then this door. And then this door. And then down these spooky steps. There's this guard. And in one of these is our guy. Oh yeah, that's our guy.
How are you, Henry? All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me. I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
We're standing so close.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Somehow it all leads back to the monastery. It's not only central on the map, it's one of the largest, most dominating structures. It's heavily fortified. It has multiple in-buildings, outbuildings, buildings around it. There's gardens, there's kitchens, there's, you heard that right, plural. There's all this construction, so there's these laborers. There's an infirmary here. There's like an absolute just army of activity around here. There's somebody in here who might actually have a clue.
Well, I've heard tell there's work for fearless men who enjoy a bit of silver.
Ah, I believe I can help you with that. They used to frequent the tavern, but now they meet in the church.
We're closing in on the chapel, I think they called it. I forget if they said the church or the chapel, where apparently the bandits meet. They used to meet at the tavern, but this is now the spot. I've actually been like horse sprinting through like gaps like this and knock Henry right off the horse. Haven't done it in a little while, but I always think that's a little funny. And that's a lockpick. There's not an open door. Making sure we had a weapon handy in case they jumped on us right away. Now we end up on the complete wrong side of this building. Wow, this thing is heavily fortified. This giant stone wall around the whole thing. Interesting. Knock, knock.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
Here you're hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight, but not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
I'll have to find him first.
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as soon as the job's done. But better if they don't find him right away.
And what else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No. Before you run for it, take his special dice and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find it.
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money, and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money, and then go to the swamp and wait by the fire.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
And remember, we'll be keeping tabs. So don't you try to run off, alright?
And like that, we're back at the monastery, being asked to commit a small crime. We're gonna see if we can break in through one of the lower doors. It really is a very large building. Get out our torch here for just a moment. I think there's a door over here we've seen. Yeah, there we go. Right here. Can we get into this door? Lockpick very hard. Okay, it is kind of a top level lockpick, but we've been sent to assassinate a target. Apparently there's some caves underneath we might be able to work our way through. But I've taken off all of our heavy, loud armor. And we're going to pop a Nightshade potion as we cannot see anything. Nighthawk potion engaged. Got a save, and we're in. We're trespassing. If we see anyone, we're taking them out. Looks like some kind of storage room, door on our left.
These novices. I'd pull those idlers by the ears.
What have they done to you this time, brother?
They're shucking their
So at least 2 dudes over there. See what this door leads to while they're talking. Wow, some kind of like evil prison. Or the monastery for one bad boy. Hopefully not us. The schnapps are going to hit us pretty hard. We've been saving like at least twice back to back almost here. Somebody's walking around whistling. Huge open hallway. Let's maybe go up the steps then. Ooh. Wow. That's a lot of dudes. Oh, one of them standing up. 2 of them are standing up. One of them sleeping, I think, with their eyes open. Maybe we can just go on a little bit of a murder fest. Oh, you're kidding me. It's the first guy? Hypothetically? No, we don't know that. It says objective complete, but there's no fancy dice. What are the odds of this? You think it's random where he sleeps? Like, you think we just got lucky that it was quite literally just the first place we walked into, and there he was? That's weird. I thought there was going to be, like, a lot more hoopla with that one. We are out here in the swamp, trying to figure out where we're supposed to light this fire.
Yeah.
I mean, we must be near something. This is a terrible place to be trying to, like, make friends, I'll tell you what. Great place to kill someone and dump a body. No one's coming out here to look.
Morning, sunshine. Hope we didn't wake you.
Why is his weapon out?
Did you have to sneak up on me like thieves?
We are thieves. Besides, we had to make sure you weren't followed. Or trying to lead us into a trap. But enough of this chit-chat. Let's get down to business.
Yeah, enough of this chit-chat. Let's talk.
Did you do that job we agreed?
It's done. What now?
What now? You did your job. Welcome. We need people like you. There's a hill above Sasau, and on top there's an old abandoned fort. Only it's not as abandoned as it used to be. That's where the camp is. Go there and report to a fellow by the name of Eric. Tell him Kozliak sent you.
I guess that's that. One small murder and we're in. And by one small murder, I mean it was pretty significant. I was trying to see if there's anything else we can do, but no. It's of course that time, and by that time I mean it's somehow night again and raining. But we need to report to Sir Rodzik and whatnot.
Sir, I have news, and I'm sorry to say it's nothing good.
After everything that's happened, you have even worse news. That's almost impressive.
You're welcome.
They have another much bigger encampment in Vranyik near to Sasau.
Then we'll have to attack them before things get out of hand. Ideally right now when they're not expecting us. Then again, before we attack, it would be useful to have a spy go and scout out how many of them there are and what they're up to.
All right then, Hal. Go there and find out how many of them there are and what their plans are, whatever you can. But don't stick your neck out too far.
Yes, sir.
The bandit fort is up on the hill here. We're going in naked and afraid. Just kidding. We actually put on armor that very much matches the armor of the brigand who kind of taunted us and we soloed it at Privoslavitz. The runt. Let's see what's going on around here. Ooh, there's a gate. Okay, maybe we'll get back on our... We'll leave our horse here. Kind of worried we'll lose our horse or something. Like we'll get robbed.
What do you want?
What are you doing here?
The Imperial Short-Wool Sheep Fair. Have you got a sheep?
No.
Then bugger off before you get hurt.
Try again.
You're here again?
I want to go inside.
Inside, eh? What's the password then?
How about we say, do you know who you're talking to? Let's try and bully him.
Mind your manners. I'm a messenger with important dispatches for your commander.
All right. All right. No need to lose your temper. Go on then.
Looks like we need to do some scouting. Scout out the camp. Let's see what the view is from up here. Okay, not bad. See if we can't walk the perimeter a little bit. It is fortified, but it doesn't look impenetrable. Makes me wonder if the wooden wall has a weakness to fire. Come on. Throw some oil on it, light it. See what that does to these guys in the camp. Maybe we could just smoke them out, right? I mean, they have all these... I was going to call it hay or thatch. Whoops, fell off the edge here. Alright, we made a mistake. Trying to count numbers. There's quite a few of them, but... You know, like, more than 40, less than 100.
The wall here isn't too high.
As you can see here, like, the wall isn't quite completed. Even with the break in the wall there, it definitely seems like from a numbers standpoint, there's not 100 of them. No way. This guy's from Skalitz. We grew up together. Zibishek or whatever. I forget.
Are you quite well?
No. Interesting. So they do seem to be well funded. There do seem to be quite a few of them, but they also seem to be kind of in a dangerous moment here at their camp. It's not well organized at all. It would be very hard to try and defend this place. There doesn't seem to be an actual leader. Seems to be just throw down your tent wherever. I think the bandits are well funded, but I don't think there's even 100 of them. The camp has been put together really haphazardly. I mean, just thrown together. No lines that make any sense at all defensively or offensively. It would be very tough. If we attack one side of the camp, they're going to be tripping over tent lines, and half the camp won't even know about the attack, as you can't see across the camp, you can't talk across the camp. Most of the camp here seems to be just kind of hanging out, wasted, lying around. Like, they're not prepared. If we attacked right now, more than half this camp is going to be fighting inebriated. That looks like somebody who actually has a job to do. He's just kind of sitting here. What's up, guy? Eric.
What do you want?
Kozlik sent me.
Ah, more reinforcements. You're the one from the monastery?
Yes, sir.
What's the matter? Lost your tongue?
That guy.
I think I know what's troubling the young master. He's surprised to see me here. And the feeling's mutual.
Guess who?
When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
Radzig?
Indeed. This boy is very dear to him. And I expect he's looking for this?
Sir Radzig's sword from the very beginning.
Right, young man?
He's coming round.
It's tough to remember Henry was born yesterday
for the
sometimes.
discomfort, but it's for your own safety. And ours, of course. You can count yourself lucky, lad. I'm gonna keep you alive. I'm sure your father will pay a nice fat ransom for you.
My father's dead.
Boom.
That lackey of yours wouldn't even let me bury him.
He doesn't know, Eric. Nobody told him. They told me, a foreigner, but not him. How very inconsiderate. I'm sure you'd rather hear it under different circumstances and from someone else, boy. But beggars can't be choosers. Your father, your real father, is alive. You even know him. It's your liege lord, Radzig Kobyla.
Sir, it's time.
Now, I'm afraid I have more important business to attend to. I'll leave Udo here to keep you company. And let's hope for both our sakes that your father pays up. Farewell.
Rotten hell!
Knock some manners into him, Udo. Come on, Eric, let's go. We've got work to do.
Wake up. Can you hear me? I thought you'd never come round.
How do you know my name?
Don't you recognize me?
Zbyszek.
Maybe we started off on the wrong foot. But I'm your only chance to get out of here alive. So do you want my help or not?
All right then.
That's what I want to hear.
You have my word.
All right. I'll have to trust you're a man of honor. Now listen, I found a place where you can easily get out. There shouldn't be anyone outside in front of the barn. When you're out, I'll wait for you not far from the camp.
Well, this isn't good, but we're going for it. Oh, we need lockpicks to get in there. Okay. So that'll get us like 30 more health, which isn't a lot. But it's 30 more than nothing. We can also use one Nighthawk potion. So we can see at night. And maybe we'll try and clobber somebody. Trying to see this guard's route. There's a guard that patrols. There on the left. I'm just very tempted to try and clobber him. We've gone the wrong way from the directions our rescuer sent us, but if we could get a suit of armor, knock somebody unconscious, just get behind them a little bit. See, he's got that whole head thing on. No one would know it was us. And, oop. I was about to say, we're very stealthy as we fall off the climbing thing. Like, visibility is really low in a helmet like that. And no one should be up here. There's a very real chance we can knock him out. Here we go. Oh, we fell off again. Some patrol's gonna come through and see us if we spend this long on this, huh? We're gonna put on this big stupid helmet. I don't like it at all, but having it's better than nothing. So we killed a total of, I believe, 2 or 3 guards. Nothing insane, but enough people that you would think they're going to be missed. Like someone might come looking for them. But we made every effort to hide the bodies, so here we go. Wants us to go left. I don't know why we don't go right and just try and jump the wall in one of the gaps, but we can stay left. I don't love this route. Maybe we just run for it. So we drank a potion to, like, increase our stamina. It was a stallion potion. Whoop. There we go.
Hey.
Well,
We're running. We're running.
Is that the best you can do?
We're just running, man. We'll see if they're crazy enough to follow us down this hill in full armor. I bet they're not. We've escaped the bandits. Guess it's time to go back and talk to Sir Radzig. Maybe this time Henry will wake up a little and ask some real questions.
Any word about your boy, Radzig?
Nothing yet.
Let's hope he hasn't done anything rash. Wouldn't surprise me given the balls that he has. Now I wonder where he might have got those from.
Don't start, Hanush.
I'm sorry, sir. This fellow...
Henry!
Father?
I told you he had balls.
Looks like you have plenty to tell us. What happened?
And who's planning it? Spit it out, boy.
There's no longer any doubt about it. It's that Hungarian noble you were hosting on the same day Sigismund pillaged Skalitz.
Sir Istvan Toth.
Toth and his people. Everything fits. They're the ones making the counterfeit money and using it to hire mercenaries from all around. He's in the service of Sigismund. He wants to destroy King Wenceslas' allies. That means us.
How many men has he got?
More than 100, I'd say.
And how secure is their camp?
It's an old abandoned fortress on a hill above Sasau. It's inaccessible from 3 sides, surrounded by a timber palisade.
We have to take them by surprise. It would be best to attack tomorrow night. We can't get ready any sooner.
That's what I like to hear, Radzig.
Henry, I want you to get yourself fixed up and then go straight to Sir Divish of Talmberg. Tell him to assemble all the able-bodied men he can and bring them to Vranik tomorrow evening. We'll wait for him there.
Yes, my lord.
No more, my lord. I'm your father. I swear, Hal, I planned to tell you. I'm sorry Istvan, of all people, beat me to it. But now we have more urgent matters to deal with. Later we'll have time to talk about it. What do you say?
As you wish, my lord. Father.
Good. Now go to Divish as quickly as you can, son.
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
So we are here to warn Sir Divish about the attack and make sure he knows that we need more men. This is one of those occasions that's important to avoid any kind of a typo. We need to make sure we ask for more dudes, not more nudes, you know?
I found out who's behind all the unrest in the region, and Father and Hanush have decided to put an end to it all.
What? So who is responsible for all our recent troubles?
You may have met him. Istvan Toth. He's in the service of King Sigismund, and he's fighting the nobility who support King Wenceslas. They've amassed quite a force at the old stronghold above Sasau, and they're planning to attack very soon. Father and Hanush have decided to move first and destroy him before he's prepared. Tonight, they send word for you to muster your men and rendezvous with them at Vranyik.
This is madness.
Maybe it is. But I fear that Radzig and Hanush are right. The sooner we cure this pestilence, the better. Gather the men and make ready. We march tonight. Leave only as many as you must to guard the castle.
Very well, sir. As you command.
Well, Divish. I see you don't want to miss the show.
You didn't expect me to leave all the glory to you.
Never. We wouldn't dream of starting without you.
What news? Did you parley with them?
We did.
And what was the outcome?
Not quite what we hoped for. Radzig wanted to go powder with him in person. Fortunately, I talked him out of it.
It seems that this will not be resolved without a battle.
Bloody good thing, too. Finally, we'll have some proper entertainment in the countryside.
Fortunately, my son here showed immense daring and made his way into the lion's den to spy on them. I believe we have a plan. Robard will take 10 men and sneak to the rear of the fortifications. There's an entry point, but you must remain hidden.
I will do my best, sir.
That shouldn't be too hard. They'll have other things to worry about. The rest of us will launch a frontal assault, rain burning arrows on them, and then attack.
Those bastards won't know which way to turn.
At that point, Robard and his squad will strike from the rear.
I think it's a good plan.
God be with you, my friends.
We'll wipe those whore sons off the face of the earth. They may be hiding behind a stockade, but they are still a pack of curs who are no match for men like you. And tonight, we are going to festoon these trees with corpses. First, we will set fire to their little hornet's nest. Then we'll keep them busy by the gate. And when we've made it nice and hot for them, Sir Robard and his men will pounce on them from the rear, and we will hack them to pieces. Have you got it?
Yes, sir!
Good. Now, when we reach the ramparts, the archers will cover the men climbing it, and the men with the battering ram.
Yes, sir!
Glad to hear it. Now, let's do it! Forward! Fire!
I can't see anything. Oh, are we the archers? I hope not. Look, they're standing in the ladder. He is so ready. Throw this guy in.
Take cover from their arrows!
We took a berserker potion, and I regret everything. I really meant to take a different potion. To say the absolute least. But we're holding a torch. Maybe we'll switch it. Trying to see if we can get over this edge. I want his armor. He's got a cool armor set too. All the big boys have some cool armor. We're going in. Somebody's getting whacked, and it's this guy. We missed. It's this guy. Here we go. Haha. Man, this guy's having a bad day, I'll tell you what. Oh! It is getting spooky in here. There he is. Yeah! Woo! I want to cheer him up. Look at him go. Look at Sir Divish.
Henry, where's Toth? You said he was here.
He definitely was, sir. I've got the cuts and bruises to show for it.
We have to find out where he slithered off to. Look for clues. Anything that will tell us what he's doing.
We're going to go back to the office where we first met the dude and see if there's any clues in there. There should not be, but if there is going to be a clue, it's going to be here, right? Like a letter. The letter says they originally planned to attack some kind of a castle. So we're probably actually in real trouble as well. We were leaving here. I bet anything they took this guy's castle, Robert and Divish. I bet their castle's cooked.
What does it say, Radzig?
Alongside hunting, drinking, and swordplay, you might find time for a little study, old man. In the courts of Prague, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can read nowadays.
Yes, well, here in the countryside, we don't give a tinker's curse about such things. That's what I've got a scribe for, anyway. What does the damn thing say?
It appears to be written by Toth, but it doesn't say to whom. It says everything's going according to plan, and the castle should soon be taken.
Castle?
What castle? What does he need a castle for? I believe we have some work to do, Sir Divish, do we not? Mount up, gentlemen. We don't have any time to waste.
So this is Sir Divish's castle here? And the story's villain.
Oh, who goes there? Greetings. We were ambushed. We need assistance. Open the gate. The Lord be praised. Here! Come on! Come on!
Lady Stephanie, I really don't think we should...
My lady.
Faster, man! Come on, faster!
My men are gravely wounded. Without treatment, I'm afraid they won't live to see morning.
Hiya! Hiya!
Not to worry. We'll take care of them.
My lady, you have my uttermost gratitude. May God reward you for your kindness.
Every Christian should help his neighbor in his hour of need.
Oh
True.
no!
Especially now, when treachery and deception surround us on all sides.
Get out of the way!
The devil lurks in the shadows.
Come on!
And one fears taking a guest into his house. Signal the others. Yes, sir.
Oh no. We're too late.
Charge! So they shut the gate on the castle, but I happen to know that the gate mechanism, I think, is like up here. Maybe it's one more down. Yeah, it's this one.
Break through! Quick, before they...
They do have a hostage.
Come out, you rat! Come out and fight like a man!
I don't think so. I like it better right here.
Would you rather hide behind my wife like some mangy whelp?
I could just as easily cut her throat. I have hostages enough, and strong walls to protect me. Bring him here.
Radzig? What do you want, you viper?
Let me think. Actually, there's nothing I want from you. Except maybe to see you all die. Fire! Burn it down!
No! Why is he so evil?
Whew, but I don't think I'll be wielding a sword for a while.
Oh, we have men enough for sword-wielding. A good lord is harder to come by.
How the hell did they get Radzig? I didn't make it to the gate.
He was charging against reinforcements from the castle.
We have to save Sir my father, somehow.
And we have to save my wife and get our home back.
My friend.
Again.
I think you know as well as I. We have to lay siege.
No. No, that is our last resort. We have to try all our other options.
Sir, if a few men could scale the western wall after dark, maybe they could get inside, free the hostages, and open the gate. That is, if they're holding them in the courtyard, as we've always done.
Well, that's a big if. What if they're seen and they can't raise the portcullis quietly?
Sir Hanush, if we can save just one hostage.
It's a perilous undertaking. Who would you send?
I'll go.
Then let us make ready.
If any of you are having second thoughts, this is your last chance to speak. Very well.
Oh, hey, it's the kid.
I hope we're all clear on what has to be done. We need to free the hostages to deprive Toth of his advantage. Now, he'll be keeping them somewhere where they can be guarded, but somewhere separate from his other men.
And where would that be?
We always kept our captives in the house on the bailey by the stables.
What if they're in their tower or somewhere else?
Then we'll have to go to the gate and try to open it. But that will take time and attract attention. So we can only do it if we know exactly how things stand. And if they sound the alarm, before we've done anything, we get out of there quick. Understood?
And leave them there?
Better a couple of hostages than a pile of corpses. Lord Capon, are you quite certain you want to engage in this action?
Quite.
Him, that's the kid.
After all, it can't be much different from sneaking out of the upper castle in Rattay and back in every night.
Here we go. I like how he's like, hey, make sure to wear some black. We show up in our white shirt and our bare feet. Stealth mission. Woohoo! Wonder where we got this big ladder from.
Hey!
What's up, Hans? You old
We'll
goat?
go first and take out the sentries. Wait here.
Okay, 5, 4, 3. We're next.
What are they waiting for?
How should I know?
Why do I bother asking?
Oh, be quiet and watch that light on the battlements.
What light? Oh, fat moon tonight. Look how big the moon is. If you've ever been out in the countryside, out away from the light pollution of cities, and you know how bright, you know how dark it gets at night. When it is a full moon, you can genuinely just walk around at night. It's pretty fantastic. This is a terrible night for the stealth mission. As people can probably see, 10, 20, 30 feet. Depending on what the moon's reflecting off of. If it's reflecting off of stone like this, I mean, they can probably see quite a distance.
I'll put on his armor and watch this side, but there are still 2 guards on the portcullis winch to deal with. Any volunteers?
Henry will do it. Buffoon?
He just volunteered us.
Just make sure you keep quiet.
We drank a Nighthawk potion. Maybe we shouldn't have, but this is like the 5th attempt. We just keep getting caught out by guards. It's just not going well. And you can't save. You have to redo the whole wait for everyone, climb up the ladder. I'd love to get one save point after this little conversation.
And watch this side, but there are still 2 guards on the portcullis.
They're gonna give us some speech about there's still 2 guards on the blah blah blah. Alright. There's one. There's the second. See if we can't get the second one while we're here. Alright, 2 guards down. And we still can't raise the portcullis or anything. We still can't save. See if anybody's home. Hello, hostages.
Where's Sir Radzig and Lady Stephanie?
She's not here.
Where is she being held, and where's...
I suppose the lady might be in her chamber. We don't know anything. They herded us here and told us not to move a muscle.
You have to carry him out?
Alarm! Faster! Raise the alarm! Watch out!
We're apparently overloaded.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
We're moving as fast as we can. We're carrying this lard butt.
Alarm!
We're carrying Sir Hans. This kind of sucks. Because now we're like overloaded.
I have to admit, we didn't do too well.
True. The shame of it. They drove us back before we even got anywhere. It's worse than if they'd killed us.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. We had to give it a try. If we succeeded.
Man, we're sieging our own castle. It feels terrible.
It seems, Robard, that we're running out of options.
We don't have enough men to scale the walls with ladders. And we can't afford to lose any more. We can only take Talmberg by a ruse or with superior numbers. Ruses have failed, and we don't have superior numbers.
Then we are left with no choice but to build a trebuchet. To demolish my own walls.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days.
It feels so incredibly super forced to have Hans here. I don't like this guy at all. He was super, like, not nice to us. And all of a sudden, because Roderick's our father and we're the same class, he shows up and acts like we're chums. If we could kill him, we would. See, it's grayed out. He's got a massive amount of plot armor. Can't kill this guy at all. He's absolutely just scum. Nobody likes you, Hans. Go die in a hole.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Move! Move! God damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish! Sir! They're coming! There's no time!
Someone bring water! Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Waldeck. And they're very close.
You build 2 trebuchets, and next thing you know, you're under attack. That's my guy. With the mustache, I forget his name. I like him. He just consistently seems to like just be in the right place trying to do the right thing.
Well?
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzig and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God. Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hanush.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighbourly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Some kind of weird epilogue thing going on here. It pulled us back in and said, hey, go meet with the Jobs guy at the upper castle. So we're here, and we're going. As far as I know, everything is completed, but it definitely sucked us in. I think this is setting up Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, how? Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, Your Graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
That's
what does this
true
guy
enough,
actually
sir.
want?
But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side? Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together,
I think that's us. I think we're the Bohemian nobility.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning.
Here it goes, hunting
We'll
trip
decide what to
2.0.
do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Oh, no.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Bergov in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
It all comes to this. After all this time, our parents killed in front of us, our village destroyed, just to get to the local mines. Adding insult to injury, bandits destroyed everything at a horse farm as we struggled to find our way in the world. Killing horses, killing people, killing them, each other, the bandits themselves, fighting amongst themselves. Counterfeit coins, led by some member of the religious dudes in the monastery. A counterfeiting operation. An army of bandits. 2 kings fighting for a land that, I mean, the world is just so much bigger than Henry and us right now. And somehow, through just an absolutely Just insane series of events. Here we are. We found out who our real father is. We're about to load a trebuchet and launch a rock at a castle that months ago took us in and gave us a home. Today, we siege that castle. The same castle we fled to when our father was killed in front of us. Now we siege the castle to find our real father. Here he is putting in the rock, wheeling it up. Oh, man. That's a tough job. I have a small fear that it'll, like, you know, just explode in my face, but we're going for it. Henry never in his wildest dreams could have imagined that this would be his life. Oh yeah. Stupid Hans. I don't know why Henry smiles at Hans. Hans is the worst. It's gonna be so much work to try and rebuild all this. Man, maybe we should have put on a helmet, huh? Yeah, we're gonna let the big boys go in first. Let them clear out some of the first section. And then we'll follow them up with Captain Bernard. After all this time, good old Bernard. What's up, Bernard? Look at that, they're shooting arrows at us. A wounding arrow, how dare you? You thought I'm kidding? We'll follow Bernard. Let's get him, Captain. So our goal here is not to die. We're just going to try and support the team. If we see an opening to hit someone when they're not looking, we're going to hit them.
Smash them! Clear those battlements!
And if we can do arrows, we'll do arrows. Objective complete. Storming the walls. There we go. We're following Bernard. Come on, Bernard, let's beat these boys up. After all the time we spent training with the captain.
Smash them! Clear those battlements!
I love his war cry. I might have hit Bernard there again. We gotta help this guy out. He went on a 1-on-6. Might have hit Bernard again. Tough to tell. But I think I put at least one arrow in everyone. Trying to help keep Bernard alive. He's doing his best. Man, Bernard's an absolute beast in there, I'll tell you what. Ooh, in the neck, and he's still standing. These are some tough boys. Come on, Bernard, you can do it, man. There we go. Huh? No, no, no. No, no, no. Please just stay away. Oh, might have hit Bernard again. Wow, he found more guys. He's impressive like that. Wow, what a move, Bernard. He never taught us that one. Some of these guys are very heavily armored. Maybe I need to start shooting ankles or something. Trying to get like eye shots, you know? No, 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 Bernard, not this way, man. Bernard, keep him over there. I'm just shooting arrows at this point. What an absolute monster. When he said smash them, take the battlements, what he didn't tell us was he will solo the whole thing. I'm like so scared he's going to despawn or something. And like the whole horde's gonna whack me up. It's almost comical, like the metally clanky thumps. Bernard, calm down, man. Got him. Oh, might be running out of arrows. How did that miss? Oh, sorry, Bernard. It takes so long to wind up an arrow. That the guilt from hitting Bernard is immense. We're actually running out of wall here. If we had like 2 more Bernards, I mean, this war wouldn't even happen. Why don't we send this guy in earlier? Why was this man in a field training little old me how to, you know, just get... He was beating on me for just days on end. But he's actually like a legendary hero. He caught the arrow. Oh, finally. Come on, Bernard, let's get it done, man. If 15 more guys spawn in, we'll just jump. We'll jump over the wall. Try again.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
He starts throwing bodies.
You want us to come and get you?
He's like, here, catch you
I
want
wouldn't
him?
advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzik? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Come on, that's a good deal.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship. But Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him.
Shut up, Hans.
What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
Without honor,
down those vermin yet.
we are nothing.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
Relax. Without honor, we have nothing.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Ride with Sir Hans to meet your father. Okay. Yeah. Okay, his horse is not very fast. What is it, Hans? What do you want?
Yeah. What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be.
Without honor, we are nothing.
There's no sign of them. Move on.
Henry had never ridden a horse in his life, as far as we know, as our horsemanship was quite literally zero when we left Skalitz. Here we return.
I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too, and now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I've twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer.
This is the same guy who couldn't hunt a rabbit.
Let's go!
In a forest full of rabbits.
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
Yeah, they're Scarlets.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Without our honor,
honor,
we have nothing.
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
Well, he knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over. Unfortunate.
I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vadd von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller.
This has been Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm Vadd, and I will see you in the next one.